Today I want to talk about strings. Hello everyone, welcome to Pawn Shop to Jaw Drop, and I just have a quick video for you today. I want to discuss a topic that I very rarely hear anybody talk about, and I think that is a travesty. I got the idea for this video because something came up in one of Philip McKnight's live streams. Now, on a side note, I'm sure you're already watching Philip McKnight's channel, but if you're not, please do. I will put a link in the description. There's lots of great content there for beginners and veterans alike. I have no affiliation with Philip, but I just think his videos are fantastic, and I think you'd really enjoy it. So please go check it out. Now, what came up in the live stream was the subject of different string gauges on different guitars. Philip, very astutely, in my opinion, stated that the guitar picks the strings. And I totally agree with this, and I have evidence of this in this Epiphone Wildcat that I own. Now, I typically use a Gibson vintage reissue pure nickel set in gauges 10 to 46. I use these on all my guitars and I love them. They sound fantastic when they're new and they age very well, which is something that I have not found in another set of strings. They're round wound strings though, and I've always wanted to have a jazz box type guitar that I could put flat wounds on for playing jazzier stuff. When I walked into my local guitar store and saw this Epiphone Wildcat sitting there at a marked down price, I picked it up and played it, loved it, and thought this would be the perfect guitar for that. So anyway, the minute I got home, I put on a set of flat wound D'Addario XL chromes in 11 to 50, I believe. And all the magic from this guitar completely went away. It started to have string buzzes. I couldn't get the action the way I wanted it. Intonation was out the window. The nut was binding. Like, just everything about it was not as cool as it was in the store. So I did a lot of work on it, you know, set up stuff. I found a high fret, which I fixed, but alas, I still had fret buzzing, a binding nut, action that I couldn't get right, intonation that I couldn't get right. I mean, this guitar is a hot mess, all because I put 11s on it, and it was amazing with 10s. So, I'm doing a video later this week on this guitar. We're going to put some new pickups in it. And we're trying out the new string butler because that's something that I think this guitar could really use. But another thing that's going to happen once I put it all back together is I'm going to try the same D'Addario XL chromes, but in a 10 to 48 set. And I bet you it'll be awesome again. So, I know that sometimes there's some pressure to use heavier gauge strings, but if your guitar doesn't work well with heavier gauge strings, just use lighter strings. It's no big deal. You will not be judged. In fact, you can even tell your friends that you're using a heavier set than you are, if you're that worried about it. But anyway, I just wanted to add a little bit of credence to what Philip was saying in that video because I completely agree. And I just want you to not get into the trap of using heavy gauge strings when you shouldn't, because Stevie Ray Vaughan used heavy gauge strings, or I found out David Grissom uses a certain gauge strings or whatever. That is a trap that is just the dragon. Your guitar will let you know if the strings are right for it or not. and your fingers will let you know if the strings are right for you or not. So listen to your guitar and listen to your hands and quit watching YouTube videos and go play some guitar. Thanks again for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Well, friends, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You can head over to pawnshop2jaw-drop.com for even more content. But while you're here, here's another video you might like. This is Brendan saying we'll see you next time on
Pawn Shop to Jaw Drop.